Warp Snipe. These guys do like an astronomical amount of damage for how they feel like they would do.
Yeah, for what feels like it should be like a pinprick minor move.
Oh, I can just grab that like as soon as they spawn in. If
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
When the enemies spawn in, if you get to them fast enough, you can grab them and basically, yeah. Obviously, you're not killing these guys right now immediately because your damage output isn't high enough, but you can negate these guys' cycles if you are ready for them.
Right. No. Oh man,
There you go.
Reflect needs to be used by me a lot more. I'm realizing this now.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. Until you don't, and we film next time a month from now, and you've forgotten all this again.
I think I've said that at least once every.
Well,
session.
I feel like this is probably the best boot camp you've gone through so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Like we're doing.
What does this dude do? Oh, I forgot. They have funky moves.
They are vulnerable when they're in that state, when they're like doing their TikTok thing.
Yeah.
When they're doing their TikTok, I'm on the clock. But when they come out of it, they kind of explode outward and do damage. So it's like.
Okay.
So you can jump in and attack them when they're like that and they're vulnerable, but you have to get away from them because they'll like spring back out and attack you if you don't kill them quick enough, basically.
All right. Well, if I keep throwing my head against the wall, eventually one of us will crack. So we'll see how this goes. And it's like part of me wants to use drive, not drive. What you call it?
Final form or
no,
summons?
the limit.
Oh,
but
sure.
It's like, I don't know. It's like I would save that for like the last volley, and I don't know when that's gonna be yet.
Yeah, because they do make you.
Did I do
thank
it?
God you were lucked out and you did it.
Okay, that was almost just the end.
See
of
what
this
I mean? He didn't even mean. He was trying to pick up the hammer, and it was like, or the claymore. And it's like, boom! Now you're in the game. Yeah, now we play a game of life and death.
No. Gosh.
Yeah, keep in mind that the problem with Reflect is that if you do it like near the end of your string, you're gonna do the finisher variation of it, which you can't chain together, right?
Right.
And since your combo string is only so many hits, if you've already been throwing out hits and you go immediately into Reflects, you're putting yourself in danger.
Yeah.
Also, when you reflect in the air, you can't chain them, as you've already noticed. You do
that.
one solid one, and that's it.
Yeah. Also, I want it to be stated that a lot of this isn't me going into the air on purpose. It's just I attack an enemy and they're in the air.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. But at least, at the very least, Sora's a lot more maneuverable in the air in this game than he was in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Absolutely.
Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, when he tries to...
combat feels good
Yeah.
until I'm vulnerable and being attacked, and then it doesn't feel good. Because I know I'm the one making the bad choice.
The thing that's good about it is, while you're in combos, like Sora obviously kind of locks into the position he needs to be attacking the enemy, but there's no, again, like I was talking about, all the animation cycles in this game are super fluid.
Yeah.
Where once it ends, gravity affects him appropriately and he drops. He doesn't have any weird hang time where you're out of control of the character. Don't.
Gosh!
You lucked out.
I did.
It looked cool. It looked cool.
I did reflect, but
you did it in the air, unfortunately.
I did it.
You tried. You know what, Joey? You tried your best. It just wasn't nearly good enough.
I'm feeling like this is once it gets to a certain number of tries, it might be one of those. Hey, we're back.
Nah, it's okay.
Post commentary. See, this is how I did it real good.
Record the commentary and post. Oh wow, Joey, you finished it. I can't believe it. This is what an unexpected turn of events.
Just the worst. I tried to grab that sword and it just did not.
I thought you were talking to me for a second. I was like, what did I do?
No.
Other than be a complete asshole to you every time you're here.
Oh, come on. Oh, please. Yes. This is my cheat sheet.
I mean, it's a good move.
But it lets the... Oh man, come on.
But this is all like, man, thank God I have this to manage these incredibly difficult enemies and these big crowds of enemies, because we're playing on critical and final mix. In the original version of the game, it's like, man, I'm glad that I have these abilities that will immediately wipe these incredibly easy to defeat groups of enemies.
Yeah, fair enough.
Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2 is a bit sloppy.
Come on, come on.
I think that's what's really tragic about like the fact that Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't get reviewed super well, and it has this reputation of being a super easy button masher because it has such fantastic game feel and such incredible like animations and everything feels so awesome about it. It's just unfortunate that it's an original version. It wasn't balanced super well. But now we've got a version where we've got all that awesome game feel and it's balanced a bit better, or a lot better.
What? Okay, no, get away from me, stupid. You dice. Why?
Good job.
It's like I get away to try to feel safe for a second.
Oh man, your survivability go up.
No, it doesn't.
Survivability go up. Grab it.
Oh, come on.
Kite him, kite him, kite him, kite him. Now, if you really want to game this, after the prompt to really hammer down comes up, you have a few more seconds before it goes away to try and kite more people. But as per usual, usually more hammers are available after the one goes, so it's usually better to just not risk missing it. Good job. Good job.
Oh, thank God.
Fantastic. Good play there at the end. That was good play.
Man, those Claymore boys have had a sordid history.
That was good play at the end.
Yeesh.
That was nothing to sneeze at. That was a good job. You timed that perfectly on him coming down on you.
I was just hoping. I did. It was more.
I know you don't have the muscle memory, but you got it. That was good. That was class.
Yeah, dude, isn't that really cool how we did it right there? And this isn't post-combat.
Yeah, of course. All right, so you got one more of those to go through. and you're gonna be seeing some enemy types you've never fought before.
Oh, just wonderful, fantastic.
I would wait
until
your MP recharges.
Oh.
In fact, dude, you know what? Open your menu. Toss some Mega Potions on Donald and Goofy.
Ooh, okay. Just Mega Potions?
Yeah, then that way they can't spend them on each other, because Mega Potion does the entire party, right?
Oh, so they have to spend it on me.
So if they spend it, even if they may spend it when you have full HP, but at the very least, every time they spend it, they have the potential to heal you.
Okay, that's fair.
Mega Potions are kind of rare, but I mean, we're not gonna. I can get more, so it's all right.
Okay, and this is definitely like the big rut here.
Yeah, I mean this is a big deal, and we're probably a wee bit under leveled for this, but also you're playing the real game now, man.
Yeah, this is
Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on critical difficulty. Do you see why people love this game? It's just like I wish there was more of it.
Okay, thank you, Dragoon enemies.
Well, you'll know about that next time.
Yeah.
Next time you go in there,
reflect.
you'll reflect and you'll do like 50% of their damage, 50% of their health in one go.
I remember you telling me about a room where you could do that. Is this what you had in mind?
There are several rooms where you can do that. You may have noticed when we were grinding out Final Form a couple episodes ago, one of the rooms in Yensid's tower spawns in Dragoons, and I would just go into the middle of them and cast Reflect, and they'd all just die.
Yeah. Ooh, learn?
Yeah, remember that gives you the jump commands, which does big damage.
It is doing big damage.
Now, just remember that initial press doesn't give you any invincibility.
Yeah.
You've got to get the jump command off, so it's a little bit different from other reaction commands that way, but it is really useful.
Yay, Donald go up.
Donald go up.
Let's steal more jokes.
Let's steal more jokes from people we like. Whatever. Dude, that E3 video I did, I gave the best friends a very specific call out. I was like, look, go to their channel, watch them, they're good.
Yeah, they need more views coming from our huge channel.
Yeah, our huge channel. Let's toss some more views their way. They really need it. Look, I don't care if I have very little sway. I'll still shill for the things and people that I like.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've shilled for Liam a lot for the Rising Super stream. Not so much on these playthroughs, but on in the Birth by Sleep stream, I've talked about him a lot. This is the enemy type we haven't seen yet. This is a Sorcerer. And he's supposed to correspond to Xemnas. It's not really that close. Like his abilities don't actually line up that closely. He doesn't have reaction commands that are related to Xemnas' final fight, but he's supposed to thematically connect to him or whatever. But yeah, so that's the new enemy type you hadn't seen yet is the Sorcerer.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the one thing that's unfortunate about Jump there is that you may have noticed it has like a very specific like amount that it drops. Like you spawn in at a height and then you drop a certain height. Yep. So like you tried to use
no.
Those are the dancers. I told you about that move previously. Whenever they're glowing like that, that means they're coming for your ass.
Gosh.
Did you see that like how they were kind of glowing and surfing towards you?
Yeah.
Whenever that animation is playing, that means they're gonna try and grab you.
They already used all their stuff. I bet they
possibly.
Dang.
It's entirely possible.
Ah!
Yeah, so
I did that again.
There's not a super good way to deal with that because Reflect doesn't really deal with it, and unless like if you combo
them in like that,
if you combo if you suck them in like that handles it.
No!
If you combo into them, they'll get you. The only standard combo string that'll knock them out of that is if you're attacking another enemy and they walk into like your AoE finishers. Another option though is Thunder onto them while they're at range. That'll take care of it.
That's not an option at this moment.
It's not the option at this moment because you have no magic, but I'm just telling you how to deal with them for future reference.
Yes.
Because previously we encountered these guys and I tried to point out their abilities, but they didn't actually do them on screen when I was talking about it.
Thank you, Donald. No, please.
Without second chance or once more, that's just an instant kill on Sora right now, right?
Yeah.
Like you would have been dead there. That would have been it, and there was very little you could do about it.
Gosh.
See, look, you see that does your entire HP bar.
Yeah, and I was out of healing too. Oh
Your current level Sora would literally die with one usage of that move.
Oh my word.
Why don't you room load and go ahead and toss those mega potions onto them, and then we don't have to do it again. You were managing that really well.
Yeah, when they were healing me. Yeesh. All right. It's doable.
Who else's comments can I read? Oh, you know what? I'll use some actual power here. Maybe shilling for those super best friends isn't super great, but I can shill for Girl Gone Gaming, who's one of our viewers who has her own Let's Play channel. She's playing Persona 5 right now.
Are you allowed to do that these days?
Yeah, you're allowed to do that these days.
Okay.
They changed Atlas changed their minds. You're allowed to do that these days.
Did they change their minds, or are they just not like?
I think they changed their minds and they're not enforcing it.
Okay.
They pushed it back and then they didn't enforce it.
Okay.
They pushed back like how far you could go in the game, and then they decided we're not enforcing it anymore. Man, thank God the Super Best Friends did cancel their playthrough of Persona 5, because it probably would have wrapped up like a couple of months ago at the speed they go through games.
Oh man.
Like I remember the KOTOR playthrough was like almost 100 parts.
It was what, 99?
It was 99 parts. People were like, go for it, do it, you cowards. Go for triple digits. But yeah, Girl Gone Gaming, she's playing some games. She's doing God of War right now and Persona 5. Go check her out.
Very good. We talked about that before, but it's a very good game.
Yeah, she's doing it. People were like, "Hey, Jacob and Joey, do a playthrough of Persona 5." Nah, we're big cowards. But go watch Girl Gone Gaming play Persona 5.
Man, that would at the rate we do it.
Yeah, 6 years.
Persona 6.
6 years.
Persona 6 would be out. Persona 5 Arena.
We're gonna read some more comments. We're gonna read some more comments. We're gonna read some comments from Girl Gone Gaming. I'm gonna look for if she has anything interesting to say. Because my curated guide of the comment section got stopped short as we started talking about more serious gameplay things.
If I just keep doing this, can they? Is this good? Am I doing good? Am I playing the game right?
Sure, whatever, man. Are you dead yet?
No.
You're not dead, then you're good. You're good. You're playing the game right. She left a comment on the, remember on the Final Fantasy XII Ramble where we just kind of like kept going? We just kept watching more scenes, like we didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
She left a comment that was just, I love how you guys keep saying it's time to end and you just keep going. No. You want to play it, you know you do.
Well, yeah. Like, I've talked about, like, actually, no, we weren't playing a second ago, but it's like almost every time I'm over here, I see the copy or we talk about it, I'm like, man, I could go out and buy that.
I'd love to do a Final Fantasy XII playthrough. It is solely a matter of, that is a game that like, there are some playthroughs on this, that I want to do on this channel where it's like, I'm not super concerned about prepping notes. Like, they're games that I care about and I have a lot to say about them, but like, I feel confident that I can just talk about it without really prepping anything ahead of time.
Okay.
With Kingdom Hearts, I felt like I really want to go in depth and do this and really nail it. Where there's other games where it's like, I definitely have stuff I want to talk about. I have strong feelings, but I don't need, you know, that level of preparation, right? I don't need to spend like a couple months playing this game and prepping everything, right?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy XII is absolutely a game where I would want to prep all the notes, and it's also a game where it's like, hey, this is 70 hours long and full of so many different factions, geographic details, and political intrigue. I would want to get it all right.
Yeah.
And it's and it would take a lot of work to pull that off. So I wanted to, you know, make sure that I got it right. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know a video that's probably gonna have some good comments that'll be safe to read. I'm gonna go to the Car and Anime special and read comments out of that one.
Oh boy.
Surely people had interesting things to say about that episode.
Surely there are a few defenders.
I read Joey and Aiden highlights occasionally from the comments that I think are interesting, but it's not something I do all the time because like they're not diving into them and I'm not always thinking about it. I always had the idea of like once we finish the Kingdom Hearts play, like once Aiden and Joey are like totally caught up, or probably just Joey, Maybe Aiden, I don't know. But it was more of always like this would be a fun thing for me and Joey to do. It would be like just go through and read the comments for all of the Kingdom Hearts playthrough stuff after you're like totally caught up and it's safe.
Right.
Make that into a video maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, so I open up the comments section for Car and Anime Special. The first one is Dean laughing at your comment of she's got massive personality with regards to Sugaha. Next comment is, you can hurt the cars with magic when they're zooming around.
Hey, if anybody's watching this video, when you saw the cars earlier, guess what I was doing?
Don't worry, Jonathan Robinson, who left that comment. I'm not, you were being helpful. I'm not like, grr, stop telling us what to do. People try to help out, and I always appreciate it.
I'm just trying to, I don't want to get command grabbed by these girls again. No! Please, I'm begging you.
This is a good thread. I believe that Alfheim Online was using the same servers or other stuff as SAO. I'll admit SAO isn't the best, but I love it to pieces for some reason. Also, the girl had AIDS, not cancer. Someone replied with super AIDS. I assume he was using the Rich Evans pronunciation from the bold text and spread out each letter in all caps, but that's how I would read it at least. AIDS. I gotta admit, I was expecting the trope of a rare disease or condition. Boy, was I wrong. I wasn't expecting AIDS to be the sickness. And someone else replies to that with, I was so disillusioned by SAO at that point that when they mentioned AIDS, I actually laughed out loud. Am I a bad person? No, you're not a bad person for that.
No, it happens.
Someone else said, this is the best part of staying up until 2 a.m. in Australia on a Monday night. God, you guys. It's really weird thinking that people care about our stuff that much.
Yeah, enough to do anything like that.
It's still really surreal and weird getting any kind of, we haven't, like, it's not like it's been a massive outpouring of it, we're not the Game Grumps, but like the 3 pieces of fan art that we've received was like, I don't know how to emotionally react to this.
Yeah.
My brain is shutting down. Here's a positive, uplifting comment. As much as I love...
No, hang on. What?
What?
How do I want to deal with this, man?
Okay, so the thing about the sorcerers that's weird is those blocks that he has...
I don't know how to read them.
Sometimes they're damage volumes, and sometimes they're not.
Okay.
The only way to learn to read them is like when they move into certain formations or start going erratic, then they're damage volumes, but in other formations and in other movements, they're not. And I really don't know what to tell you other than you have to fight them enough to learn it, and you're unfortunately fighting an even tougher version of the enemy than you would typically encounter.
Okay, what?
Reflect is, honest to God, get close to him and use Reflect, and he throws so many of those damage volumes at you.
We've got the command grab on the ground.
I know, I know. Isn't this game great?
Okay.
In a not ironic way?
Okay.
Like, this is difficult to manage, but it's not like, man, this game is busted. It's like, man, how do I approach this with my limited tool set?
Okay. What? Okay. If I use that one drive form, not fine. The one that you have to level up using the abilities.
Master?
Master. Can I burst him down with that? With like the Giga Shot and stuff?
Oh no, you want to use limit.
Limit.
That might work. When you go into those limit moves, you are invincible.
Okay.
So if you want to try and combo into him with that, yeah, go ahead, do it. Only when you use the actual commands, or like when you're in the normal form, you're not invincible. And also keep in mind, when you're here, no double jump, no glide. You only have dodge roll and jump and normal jump. So keep that in mind. Now hold on.
Great.
All of your limits are on L1 shortcuts because you have no magic spells anymore, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna have to look down there and see which one is like God. Hold on. Unpause and hold down L1, and I'll tell you which one it is. You want none of them are there because potion is it's not the one you want isn't there because potion is overriding it.
Okay, well.
Well, you can try strike raid or whatever. I mean, any of them will will do damage and make you invincible.
Okay.
So now mash triangle.
Oh, triangle.
Never mind.
Well.
Too late now.
Yep.
Use that potion. Oh, never mind. He's already healed you.
What?
Okay, it doesn't make you invincible. Never mind. My bad.
Oh no. Well.
I'm so used to using these on single target bosses who get stunned that I guess I forgot. That's my mistake, man.
Gosh, I was hoping that was it because he's a big boy. He was not the last. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's like those cubes, they just come towards me.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, honestly, I don't love them because it's like, yeah, how do you read that? Like, if they changed color when they became damage volumes, I'd be super okay with it. But they're always red, and sometimes they don't hurt you, and sometimes they do. I don't like that. Again, we talked a lot just in the last 2 episodes about how I think this game is super well designed, but it does have problems. And those sorcerer guys, I don't like these cubes, these little digital cubes they're throwing around. They should be like white when they're damage values and white when they aren't damage values and red when they are or something. Because like, look, they just clipped right through you there, right?
Yeah.
And they were going erratic like that should have been an attack animation, but it wasn't.
Him, and he could take damage, but those things operate like independently of him.
Yeah.
Is he dead? No.
You got one. You got another. No, he was dead. You did kill him. This is another wave.
Are you kidding?
Yes. No, I mean, I'm not kidding. This is real. Also, you'll notice the number on screen right now. There are 2 of them. Now, if you do get in between them and use Reflect, when they become damage volumes, you will do solid damage on them. So, like, that's a good way to get through this.
Yes.
It's just the only thing is, like, you know, they might not be damage volumes, and then you might run out of Reflect just as they become damage volumes if you're not used to them, because the timing's
like
weird.
That, right there. Oh my gosh.
God. Man, I was about to say burn cure because there's only the 1 left and you can probably afford to attack him with standard melee, but I didn't get it out fast enough because I was like, I don't want to try and, that's too complex of a thought to throw out.
Gosh.
And then you didn't have the invincibility off of that,
Okay.
darn. Comment on anime and cars, car and anime special. As much as I love your analysis of the game, I do genuinely love when you guys just go into banter/conversation over random off-topic things that you of stuff you love and hate. Also, honestly, I see no problem with you guys going into spoilers. I guess when we were talking about not going into spoilers on SAO.
we went into spoilers like real hard in SAO.
On some of it. Like, I mean...
No, we spoiled some, like, whether you want to believe it or not, like, we spoiled a lot of stuff.
Again, I'll repeat that the girl dying of AIDS was literally the first thing that I knew about that season, so I didn't know that it was a spoiler. But, like, let me put it this way. Like, you know, we pitched, like, we gave, like, the basic preliminary plot outline of, like, you know, of like how Alfheim arc starts and how like the Gun-Gale arc starts. We didn't talk about how any of them ended, right? Yeah. We didn't talk about like the plot details of what's going on like with Asuna in Alfheim arc. So like I feel like we still mostly kept things spoiler light.
Yeah. We didn't talk anything about like the second. God, I don't even know how like where it goes into it. After Gun-Gale, before Cancer AIDS.
There's a part between Gun-Gale and Cancer AIDS? I thought Cancer AIDS came after Gun-Gale.
No, but it's like...
First comes Gun, then comes AIDS.
Yeah. That's the... What comes after that?
First comes premarital sex, then comes AIDS.
No, I was saying, like, there was, like, the whole thing where it's like, oh, the game's gonna go away now.
Wait, hold on. You were telling me last time you were here, we were talking about how in the light novels, when Kirito and Asuna get together for the first time, it just stops midway through and is like, by the way,
no, okay,
here's why they have the genitalia inside of the video game.
Okay, so for all of the uninitiated, there was an infamous, it was chapter 16.5, and that was just like, oh man, they're gonna bang in the light novel. But then, like, in the midst, it's like erotic writing. It's like, oh, he takes the bra off, yada yada. By the way, did you know? Here's the explanation why there's genitalia in this game. It's like, so we started the game and it's super realistic, but we didn't design genitalia on people, and people got super like freaked out because it's like, oh, I'm in my body, but there's something missing.
Because since it's the full dive technology.
That's fair.
That makes it's like having phantom pain or something.
It makes total sense. What are you doing with
I'm
these
not sure why you stopped to explain that at this moment, Reki Kawahara.
What are these cubes? I hate this.
Isn't this awful?
No.
These guys are so stress-inducing until you figure out how to deal with them. I mean, like it takes a while. Like even I'm
like
not
I know
super
that.
confident.
Okay, when it zooms in right there, it does that. But
like, see, like when he's swinging around like that, that looks like it should be damage volumes, right? But it looked like it was
now
it's damage. But before it was clipping right through you.
Oh my gosh.
But you can also parry them. You can parry these magic hologram cubes. I like the visuals going on with the sorcerers, but they really needed more obvious tells as to when they were and were not damage outputs. Like if it faded from white to red when it was transitioning from damaging when it was transitioning from non-lethal to damaging. Like that would have made it much more manageable enemy to fight. But
this isn't perfect, but when it works, it's working.
You're jumping into the air and using combo master to just get to the magnet spiral. Yeah, I saw you doing that. That's a really good way to manage the dancer, so you can avoid their command grab.
That didn't do it.
Well, the main thing is that certain finishers only activate in certain circumstances. So it's like the magnet spiral.
I blocked it right there, but it still lingered.
So like for example, magnet spiral typically doesn't activate if you're targeting like if there's only a single enemy on the field, right? In the same way that like you know how somehow your combo opener is like that big outward strike on the ground when there's enemies around you.
Yeah.
But if there's a single target, that one isn't the one that plays. It's the same thing where like the magnet spiral finisher doesn't usually activate if you're only fighting one enemy. So when you were trying to do it to avoid that final dancer, it didn't activate because there's only one guy on the field. So Sora was like, well, I'm not going to use AoE to fight one guy. That's a waste.
Yeah. It does that sometimes. Okay, thanks for explaining that because I wasn't actually sure. Can these cubes just not? Can they just go? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why?
Why not?
Oh man. All right. Find a new topic to talk about. Is he dead? When those explode, does that mean he's dead?
I think so. I was just gonna say in response to that comment, like I do actually appreciate when people are like, no, we like listening to you guys talk about whatever, because it is something I stress about sometimes, because like sometimes when we're not making progress and when we're just talking about nothing, I feel like some people might get upset.
Right now.
I mean, we're playing the game.
Okay, we're actually doing it. Yeah. Well, I guess. You
like
can argue that
this
we were
isn't
doing
like
it
during the car and anime special where we basically stopped trying for a solid 40 minutes because we were just having fun talking about nothing.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. I just want to state like. I got the juices pumping right there, like when we were talking. Nothing gets the juices pumping like talking about something you simultaneously love and hate.
And this is getting the juices pumping right now. I feel
yeah,
like.
but in a different way.
Yeah, but you're enjoying this, aren't you? Isn't this like this is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, that's not the button I meant. Oh, but it worked.
This is good, isn't it? You were doing horizontal slash, which is a combo modifier in the air. When Sora was doing that like side swipe move.
I was just trying to.
Yeah.
I was trying to glide.
That's just a melee combo modifier in the air, which is really good in very specific situations, and it's a good like combo extension, kind of like slap the enemy back and forth, and it's just an extra move in your standard string. But it's not. There are only certain places where I'm like, this is super important to use because of this tactical advantage.
Okay,
Nope.
Okay.
No longer damage volumes, Joey.
Now
Don't be a
are.
fool.
How was I supposed to know? Okay, alright. We've just gotta
game it out. Now, if you want to refill your MP, go to a drive form. So if you go into final, you'll have full MP and your good spells.
Like what? Like
Well, I mean, all your spells will be there. Is my point.
Okay.
And
can I use thunder on these guys? Will it do?
I think so, but you can also just get in between them and start attacking them or using reflect or whatever. Like you just healed yourself. You've got full MP now.
Oh, I can move while doing this?
Yes. Uh-huh. All right.
It's not over.
No, it's not over.
Why?
It's not over yet, Snake. Command grabs.
Gosh.
It's not over yet, Snake. It's not over yet. Command grabs.
God. I thought for sure it would be over.
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you? When two of those guys show up, you're like, oh, this is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Sometimes not, though. Sometimes life comes at you fast. God, just keep your distance from those guys. Yeah, but it's good because you get a bit of distance on your standard string stuff. So it's like, yeah, just keep those guys away from you. Only problem is you have the Winnie the Pooh Keyblade in, so your damage output is a lot lower than it probably should be. Because I had that in because I was specifically trying to not kill enemies super fast. I was specifically trying to not kill enemies super fast when I was using that. So now you're at a bit of a combat disadvantage, but whatever. You'll be fine. Don't you forget about me.
No!
Hey, don't you forget about me.
I hate it.
Don't you walk on by. Whatever, that was good. You did it. You got through those waves effectively. Stay away. There you go. Awesome.
No!
You got Donald back up. I'm gonna cry. So you're good.
I'm gonna cry. I'm literally no.
Yeah, you're dead. I don't like that there's not a better hard counter for the command grab if you see it coming. That's also something that I feel like could be improved upon. Like, I feel like Reflect should be a better hard counter to that, right? Maybe, I don't know. I don't think that blocking does it. I think it's like a fighting game, and that a grab breaks through your standard block. But I guess you could try a on the ground neutral square block, and that might stop it. I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know. But you could give it a shot if you wanted.
How many left?
Change final to something else. Change final Keyblade to something other than Sweet Memories. It's up. Yeah, go to the final and just let's switch to something with higher attack and damage output.
Like what?
Let's see. Sleeping Lion might be good. Just put that on for now, and we'll see if there's anything else we want. That's probably fine. Sleeping Lion's good. Sleeping Lion's good.
Okay.
It's not as high of a damage boost as Sweet Memories was giving you, but you're using mostly melee anyway, so that's gonna increase your damage output a bit if you want to final again.
When does it stop? How close was I?
I think that was the last wave, but I could be mistaken. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But you see, this is the hardest room in the game.
Oh my god.
You remember, this is the secret extra final dungeon that was added for the Ultra Uber Pros.
I'm actually sweating, fellas. Darn it. Dang it. Oh.
At least you remember to reflect at the beginning. I honestly would have forgotten. I would have been like, oh no, Dragoons again, and they would have just killed me.
Please. All right. Well.
Yeah, they sure do burn those mega potions quickly.
Find a new
I'm looking
topic.
for more comments.
Gosh.
Am I insane that I went the extended edition of this episode of the Car and Anime Special? No, you didn't. I cut out everything that I cut out was not super entertaining. I cut out the right stuff in that episode. Oh, I already showed you this, but so we talked about like, oh, you know, he does judo or whatnot, right? It was actually kendo, but I misspoke.
Yeah.
And you're like, he does kendo. Your response was, I don't care. Everybody in Japan does judo. And then somebody left a comment, people in Japan may practice judo, but everybody in Uganda knows kung fu. Which I then, when I uploaded the highlights of us talking about Sword Art to the main channel, I edited that clip in. The clip from Captain Alex.
I saw that, from saving Captain Alex.
So JP, well, you are 100% responsible for that joke being in the edit, because I didn't think of that until you said that, so good job. Yeah, I replied to that and gave it a favorite, and I said, yes, action, blood, action, super fighter, movie. For anybody who has no idea what we're talking about right now, go and check out, I mean, there's other videos you can find about this, but probably the best one to watch is by the YouTube channel I Hate Everything. Don't worry, this isn't a super cynical, horrible mess. This is actually a guy gushing about something that he loves. Go look up I Hate Everything's video on Who Killed Captain Alex. Let me make sure I got the name of the video right.
Thanks for being a damage volume. Well,
yeah. Who Killed Captain Alex 2010, The Search for the Worst by I Hate Everything on YouTube. It's not him like, oh, this movie's so terrible, grr. It's actually him being like, this movie's awesome. So go look up his coverage of Who Killed Captain Alex, or order a copy of the DVD for yourself.
I don't think my thunder did anything to him.
Yeah, I think he might be immune to thunder.
Oh god, yeah. See how like it hits more.
Yeah. It's confusing, right? It's like when does it start being a damage volume and when does it stop being a damage volume? It's not great. Oh, this one, yeah. This is a comment on we're still on Car and Anime Special. Normally Joey's pretty chill, so it's amazing to see SAO be the thing that breaks him.
No, it's only because it's one of those things that like when I first started watching it, I was like, yeah, I can really get into this for stupid reasons, and then I was like, man, why couldn't you be better?
So you remember how I was shilling Double Hearts?
Yes.
Right, the manga about
the canceled.
Yeah, the lady who's dying and she has to hold on to this guy the whole time, and they do like dance moves to fight together basically because their strengths are doubled as they hold hands or whatever. I talked about it during that video if you missed it. Go look into Double Arts, everybody. But to be clear,
but don't get excited about it
because somebody leaves. Yeah, don't get excited about it because it's dead forever until I get the big money bucks and pay for an adaptation of it. Somebody commented, top Google results for Double Hearts manga is Pokemon hentai. So yeah, he must have misunderstood me. It's Double Arts, as in A-R-T-S, not Double Hearts, as in the blood pumping organ. So be careful when you look up Double Arts that you don't Google Double Hearts on accident.
Or now you know what to Google. Because if you're into that, if you're into Pokemon dojins.
Whatever floats your boat. We don't judge here on the Frustrated Jacob and Research Runs YouTube channels.
Please. Please, these cubes. I'm asking kindly.
So something really stupid happened during the Birth by Sleep stream that I did a couple days ago. I used the X-Files theme. Somebody talked about copyright for using the SAO theme song in the ending of that video. But it was only used for like 2 seconds, so it wasn't a problem. You know what was a problem, though? You know what was a problem? During the Birth by Sleep stream, I played the X-Files theme, pretty much like uninterrupted, right? And I was like, crud, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. I didn't. Instead, I got in trouble for the main orchestral Kingdom Hearts theme that plays during the end credits. Because I didn't talk for like 20 seconds because I had to step away, and some symphony like did a version of it. And then the record company that distributes stuff for that symphony flagged the video and blocked it in Japan and demonetized it. So
where's he going?
This is now, hopefully by the time this video comes out, that issue has hopefully been completely resolved. But if you're in Japan and you aren't able to watch the archive of the last Birth by Sleep stream for a couple of weeks, I sincerely apologize. There's nothing I can do about that right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the main issue that everyone's having for having someone's first playthrough of this game beyond Critical is that the scaling changes made for Critical are meant to force the player to use all available tools, which Joey and Jacob did not really do. Well, whatever. It's too late for that now, man.
No, I could be doing that now. I didn't even go into a drive form or anything out there. I could have. I didn't do it.
You're using your techniques. You're doing it.
Oh, I'm getting. I forgot to do it there. I'm getting worse. Never mind, guys. Sorry.
I could always give this a shot, but I'd probably get my ass kicked too.
No, just have like, instead of this, because this is just boring, have like one of those like free domain movies playing on the screen right now, so people can with commentary. Or not,
oh yeah, somebody else, they can watch something else more entertaining than this.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you again.
Remember at the last episode with Aiden when we finished up Tron, and then you and me went and did the Cavern of Remembrance with Joshua, and people were like, okay, but next time we're finally gonna get to the ending. The ending of the game is gonna start happening, right?
Yeah.
Nah, screw you guys. We still have to do absent silhouette fights after this. Those are gonna be so much easier than what you're doing right now, by the way. Those are gonna be, especially now that you've got you're getting some real meat on your bones experience with this game. Those fights are gonna be a complete cakewalk compared to what you're doing right now.
Please get into the suction, please, everybody. I'm asking kindly because I've got no one else to turn to.
Don't ask me for help. God, again, don't ask God for help either. He cares nothing for Kingdom Hearts.
No. Oh yeah, no, it's not the dude yet. It's just these dancers. Gosh.
All the names, I guess this is somebody who probably doesn't watch SAO. All the names for these MMOs, Sword Art Online, Alfheim Online, Gun Gale Online, all sound, they all sound like crappy MMO ads with big boobed girls in bikini armor and a fantasy backdrop and suggestive text that you'd see in Newgrounds.
Dude, I mean, it's not even really wrong, is it?
It's not at all. No, that is an accurate characterization.
I need to finish. I need to keep watching Log Horizon.
No, you don't.
Better.
No, you don't. You don't need to do anything, Joey.
I need to. No, what I need to do is watch the new season of Tokyo Ghoul so that I can finally start drinking.
Ghoul.
Ghoul.
There's nothing ghoul about that.
No, it's I don't know anything about it except for even the friend I have that made me watch it because he likes it so much says this new season's trash.
Great.
So I mean that could be a good. Okay, good. That could be a good thing, right?
Who knows? Who knows? It's possible.
Okay, just wait until I'm done with that.
Just wait.
I'm so sick of this.
Blame it out like it's cross-teching.
I feel like I feel dead on the inside after getting so close and not succeeding last time.
How close were you though, really? Maybe there were 10 more waves after that that I didn't tell you about.
Maybe.
I don't remember, man. 'Cause I mean, like, you know, I did this fight once and beat it, and like, since like, you know, this is a scripted cage match, right, where it locks you in. Like after that, this room just has standard set enemy spawns. There's still difficult enemy spawns because it's all these types of enemies at this level, but it's not
but
like
you can leave.
Yeah, and it's not these waves.
No,
you know,
no,
these. Yeah, that's another way you can get through it. Since you have Leaf Bracer, casting Cure makes you temporarily invincible. So. Also, if you want to go ham and burn all your MP with a limit break, like Donald's, I think all of them are equipped right now, but probably their best bet would be either Trinity Limit or Duck Flare. Goofy's is fine, but Goofy's is more for single target enemies, and I don't think how much good it would actually do you here. But you never really used Trinity Limit before, so now probably isn't the time to start experimenting with that. Whereas Donald's is just like, hey, Sora plays normally, but he's invincible, and Donald does rocket damage, so.
Please. Oh! She was waiting for me below.
Did you just assume that
Sorry,
dancer's gender because it dances?
I'm sorry. I saw her and I already know that people have drawn lewd art of it.
I'm sure they have.
I know that they have. So.
I mean, it wasn't. You know what? It's not those teenagers playing this. It's not that 13-year-old girl playing this game in 2005's fault that the artist decided to give all of the nobodies incredible hips.
Yeah.
It's not her fault. Oh, this is so this was a while ago when we were doing the this is from a recent episode that it just came out when we were doing the second
Put House
visit
on
to,
Haunted Hill on screen and add subtitles to it.
We should actually probably hold on. We should stop this episode here.
Okay.
But somebody made this comment, and it took me a while to figure out what he meant.
Okay.
It's from the episode of it's from the second visit to Halloween Town when we're capturing Lock, Shock, and Barrel in the presence, right?
Yes.
And I was like, we're not in the business of putting. You were like, why don't we just throw them in prison if we can't kill them? I was like, we're not in the business of putting children in prison, Joey. Somebody timestamped that and just said topical in all caps. That was filmed before it was topical.
Yep.
Jacob and Joey predicting the future once again, just like with our super accurate E3 2018 predictions.
Oh,